This is Jet with Pop Austin Media, and I got Daniel Jenkins, aka no longer Young Jinx. It's
right.
Jinx in the building.
What's good with
How's life, my guy?
life's good. I'm chilling. I got some track season right now, but we just dropped like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, it's all vibes right now.
Somebody said track star, rap star. No, I'm gonna give some more respect. I'm gonna give track star, pop star.
Pop star. Okay. I can fuck with that.
Because your music's more,
yeah,
it's pop culture.
I would say so.
But let's start from the beginning, bro. Where are you originally from?
Round Rock High School is where I went to. That's my alma mater. So I lived there my whole life in Round Rock. And yeah, I haven't moved around. That's just kind of been where I was at. And then I got to college, San Marcos. And that's kind of where I've been. Those are the only two spots. So
Round Rock and then San Marcos. So
that's where I rep.
How's childhood growing up the full time in Round Rock?
Childhood dope, parents awesome. It's not. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, like I came out the mud. Nah, fuck that.
No, fuck that. Be real.
Yeah, I came.
That's what people's gonna love.
No, I know yeah, facts. But yeah, both my parents awesome. My mom, she was like a teacher. All of my schools, all of them, she always followed me. I don't know why, but that's just kind of what she did. And then my dad worked like at State Farm, just kind of like a classic Round Rock family. And yeah.
What's dude's name from with the State Farm commercials? I got to do it. What's his name? I'm so and so from J Farm. State Farm. God dang, I forgot his name. With Jake.
Jake.
Yeah. He'd be like, "Was you Jake, Dad?" Did you mess with him ever?
I used to ask him like if he could get on the commercials, and he was like, "Nah, man." I would just be like, "Oh my God, how come?" And then obviously like, yeah.
That's
as
funny,
you get older, then you realize why.
But you gotta just mess with him. Like, dang, Dad.
When I was a kid, I was like, damn, you fucked up. I was like, you should have got on that. No, yeah, but I mean, as far as with my childhood, like I played like all sports, baseball, football, everything, track, all that stuff. And yeah, I didn't really have like a tough childhood. It was cool. And I got to thank my parents because they helped me out so much, not even just with the money wise, just even like in my mind, everything just kind of helped me get to where I am, and just kind of taught me like a lot of things. Always taught me that like you have to kind of work to get to where you want to be,
Mm-hmm.
And they were always very like accepting of the music. Obviously my dad wasn't like at first, but then he started to like see it and stuff like that. So, and also it's just kind of one of those things where it's like I've always been taught if you want to get somewhere, you got to go hard for like a long time. And so yeah, I had a lot of good coaches like around my years too. So yeah.
So so my parents divorced. Your parents are still together?
Yeah, still together.
Damn, how long?
31, 32 years.
That's like taboo nowadays.
I know.
Because it's like, what's the average? Like 4 years probably.
Yeah, I know. I know it's
married.
going down like a lot. And yeah, I mean that's just been like a golden standard, like an example for me my whole life, what like a trust looks like and all that stuff. So yeah, I could talk about them all day.
Oh yeah. So then I know track's the big thing. We'll get into that, but high school. So
Round
Rock High, right?
Round Rock High School.
So what was the crew you hung around in
okay,
high school?
So I
was the jock guy, or was you like the miscellaneous guy?
I wouldn't have called myself the miscellaneous. I was like a jock for sure ish, but I still had like a taste for like a music in a way. So like I got to high school, my big sport was like baseball at first, and I played that freshman sophomore year. And then it's crazy because, like, I was getting serious with it, doing select, all that stuff. And then I quit. And my dad's pissed. He's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, all this money we put into it. Because select baseball, I don't know, like, if y'all know, but, like, you're looking at $3,500 for a summer. And that's just to play. And then you got to pay for all the hotels, all that shit like that. And so my dad's like, do you understand what, like, a commitment is and all this shit? I'm just like, oh, shit. But
you don't even hearing that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm fucking 16. I'm like, bro, fuck this shit. And so my girlfriend at the time, she played soccer. And I was like, I'm going to say fuck it and just play soccer. Everyone's like, what the hell are you doing? But I've always been the guy who like just fucking never really cared what everybody thought about that type of thing. And so I did it. It didn't necessarily kind of work out for me. I ended up going back to baseball. But I mean, that was an awesome like experience because I took soccer from like a ground zero and I had to work hard every day to like try to make the team. And I did. So that was awesome. But as far as with my crew, I'm just gonna go into like how I started kind of music because that was in high school. Mm-hmm. And so my crew, like I've always had my dogs from like like 8th grade year. I've had the same one, Savage, Cam.
So they're still around.
Oh, still my dog. Still my dog. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have my trust. And yeah, so I've had all of them for like the freaking longest time. And so my sophomore year, it was like that year. That was like a 2016 whenever the Cypher came out with like Yachty, 21 Savage, and all them. You know that Cypher? Mm-hmm. And that was like the coolest thing to me. I was like, yo, this shit's cool. And I feel like
the double XL one?
Exactly.
Was that the one Kodak said, man, I don't know who did this sorry ass beat.
This sorry ass shit. No, facts.
That's legendary. Bro, and then you see 21 just drinking. He's like, he started laughing.
Bro, and they were all so young and they were just bobbing their heads.
Didn't know exactly what their ass beat.
Exactly. And so for me, it was like, that was so cool to me. And I've been wanting to like say this, is that like, I think that like if you look at a 2010 to like a 2015, I don't think it was necessarily known to like everyone how to make music, how to download like a production thing or whatever on your computer and like freaking do all that. And so I wasn't sure. I was like, okay, how do I make music? And I wasn't even thinking about it. And then as soon as Yachty and some of those SoundCloud guys started coming up, I was like, yo, this is actually like a thing. Like I could drop a song. And like even before that, I thought, oh, that's just for the Taylor Swifts and all those big record companies to do that. And so as soon as I saw, yo, this can actually like happen, like actually be something, I was like, okay, I might need to do this.
Who's your SoundCloud artist? Like your number one?
My SoundCloud artist.
Like who's your guy that you like rock with? Like, damn, he's putting it, but this shit's dope, and they rocking with it. Who's your
like
guy?
Back in the day?
Or just like
So like my favorite SoundCloud artist back in the day, it's actually funny. So my brother, he had gone to South by, and he's like a big smoker or whatever. And so Made in Tokyo, whenever they were first coming up in the private club, they like invited him backstage to smoke because he had just fucking rolled up something crazy. And so they like invited him back to smoke. And then him and some of his buddies try to act like they were going to become like a fucking a promotion company. And all because they had his number and shit. It was just one of those classic ones.
Let's get that promotion.
Hey, yeah, exactly. It was like, bro, he like invited me back to smoke. Like it's up, bro.
We're up, bro. Yeah, we smoked. We're here.
And then posting the stories.
And it made it Tokyo's like, I'm out.
Yeah, exactly. He's on the like, who are y'all? Like exactly. And so he was chilling with them, and it was like a magical moment. It was like, yo, what the fuck? And they only had like 50,000 followers at the time. They were still a kind of small. And so he had showed me them, and that was my first tap into like an underground scene. I was like, yo, I didn't know that like artists actually made music that like weren't on fucking Drake and Future's level. And so I'm like, yo, this is cool as fuck. So I started listening to them, Private Club, I Want a Brand New Whip, like all that. And I was like,
opened up SoundCloud crazy.
Dude, I'm saying. And I was like, this
Triple
is
X.
Yes, I was like, this is the freaking coolest shit. And they had a whole ass crew with them too. And the whole Private Club, Salma Sims, Royce Rizzy, all of them. So that was like my like friend's first time being like, yo, this shit's cool. And so basically in my sophomore year of high school, I asked for like a computer for a Christmas. And my mom got it for me. She got me one. It was like a little Dell, small one or whatever, off my uncle who works there. And I was like, yo, this is awesome. I was like, fuck yeah.
Round Rock right there, yeah, Dell Diamond.
Exactly, in Round Rock. So I was pumped. And so I literally grabbed that thing, and I remember spending the freaking first thing that I did was I downloaded FL, a free version.
Fruity Loops.
Yeah, exactly.
You get the crack version eventually?
Exactly.
Or whatever.
No, I didn't. I never did. And that's the funny part. I got the free version, and at that time you could only save 2 songs on it. Right? You can only save 2. And
delete, start. You delete it and start over again?
Bro, I would go on
I got the cracked version.
Bro, I would go on my Snapchat, and I would just hold the fucking record button. Bro, because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, you know what I mean? So I was really just trying to grind, and I started off, I was just making beats because I didn't know how to set up like a microphone.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. I was like, yo, this is cool as fuck. I'm gonna make beats and I'm gonna roll with this. And so yeah, I had just been making beats, and yeah, I would make one, then I would grab my Snapchat and just hold it for the 2 minutes that the beat would play, and then I would like save and then just freaking keep going. And I thought it was awesome. I was like, yo, this is cool as fuck. And then my boy Savage, he actually goes to a Drexel now. It's like a music school.
That's DJ Savage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you be posting.
That's my dog.
Boy,
yeah, that's my day one for sure. And he makes music too. And he was kind of
doing. You DJ'd at an event too, didn't you?
Okay, yes. And we can
sorry, get into we'll get to that next.
Yeah. And so my boy Savage, he always did his thing with the music. He was very like culturally influenced by all the stuff. And so he was making beats too. And like I had always kind of had like a decent voice. I was like, yo, like I could sing like a little bit. I remember one time, this is actually funny. It was like freshman year, and all my boys, we were all hot tubbing with these girls, and they just put me on the spot, and I was like, oh fuck, what the.
They said, sing, bro.
They said, sing.
Oh, in front of some girls.
In front of some females.
You got to come with it now.
Bro, I came with it. I clutched up. I will never forget because my mom and fucking dad came and picked me up. And I was like, I'm hype. I was like, I just hit this shit. All these girls, I was shaking.
They was going
like a motherfucker. And my dad's like, shut the fuck up.
Shut your little ass up in the bag.
I was fucking lit, though. I was so lit. No, yeah. So, like, I had always kind of had, like, a voice.
I love it.
And so my friends, we started just freaking grinding on the Fruity Loops, and then I had kept seeing these things on my freaking YouTube. It was like a type beat. I was like, what the fuck is a type beat? And I just kept looking. I was like, okay. And then just freaking one day, I just clicked on one. I was like, yo, this is just like an instrumental. I was like, there's thousands of these on freaking YouTube. And I said, fuck FL. I closed that shit so quick. I was like, I'm the fucking star. That's how I felt about it, bro. I was like, fuck that shit.
It'd be like free download. You'd be like, okay.
No, I know.
Download MP3.
Exactly. And so I was like,
and
yo.
you're off to the races.
Yeah, and I was like, screw FL. I'm not doing that shit anymore. I was like, I'm taking these beats. That shit says free.
Well, you can work on artists now.
Exactly. I was like, yo, so now I can start to write. And yeah, that dude shit was crazy. I'm not gonna get into how I wrote my first song, but like I had written like a few songs before I even went and like actually put something down. And so this is like summer going in to my junior year. So this is like 2017, and I'm chilling there, and I'm like, yo, so like I kind of want to record, because at first it was just like an idea, you know what I mean? Like it was just kind of like oh, that could be cool. It was like fucking, we were just some kids. I was still focusing on school, sports, all that. And so like at first it was just like, oh, this is something. And then one of my boys who I used to play football with, he actually started kind of recording like his own stuff, and he had lived in a Temple at the time. And I was like, hey, moms, bro, please drive me to Temple. And my dad's like, hell the fuck no, right?
30, 45-minute drive.
Yeah, exactly. And so my dad's like, absolutely not. You know what I mean? Because he's like, nah, bro, we're not doing this fucking music shit. Because I'm out here playing sports, doing that.
So he's like, I know, clearly you're nice in track.
Yeah, So that was actually like a walk-on opportunity that I seized.
You walked on and ran a track. We'll get into that next. Actually, we got to, because I know he did some track for a little bit in high school. But I mean, you was nice though. Don't sell yourself short, but go ahead.
Yeah. And so obviously my dad's like, hell no, whatever. But my mom, she always has had this like weird faith that's like, yo, he could actually be something in like everything that I do. And so it's obviously like a shout out to her. And so she packs up the freaking minivan, and I call up all my boys. I'm like, hey bro, let's go. And we just kind of dodge my dad. You know what I mean? He was off at work. And my mom got off freaking teaching early, and we're like, go. And we're flying down 35 trying to make it back before my dad gets home. And so yeah, we're up in Temple, and we're like, and I recorded, and I'm just like, this is the coolest shit I've ever done in my life. I was like, this is it. And I had made the song in like 5 minutes. Obviously, like I didn't know much about the stuff, and I had made the song in like 5 minutes. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. And like maybe like a week later, I just dropped it. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to drop it.
Let's let it rock.
Huh?
Like Gary Vee said, let it rock.
Exactly.
Document it. Just
Facts.
document.
I was like, I'm going to stamp this shit, because this shit was a movie. And like, I'm going to tell you, I got hella love. Even though the song's terrible, I got so much love. But it's because I showed like an early awareness of like a song structure. And that's kind of how I knew, yo, I can actually do this, was because I had my hook, verse, hook, verse, hook. You know what I mean? So I showed like an early like awareness. It wasn't me just fucking beating pots and pans in a song. It was a true. It was like exactly. It was like a true song. And so I did that. Of course, the high school in the summer, I'm like, yo, this shit's cool as fuck. All this stuff. Everyone's showing me love. And then I get to school in my fucking junior year, and it's like yo, fucking young Jenks, like I'm getting clowned like a motherfucker, right? And I'm not used to that shit. I'm like, okay,
they're gonna hate.
I get praised for my sports. I get praised for that. I'm like, why are these girls clowning me now? Why are these dudes clowning? Like, bro, because also at that time, I'm gonna say this shit. I think that I was on the like earlier wave. I was about 6 months ahead of once it was like, holy shit, everyone's got a microphone now. Everyone's making music now. So like it was like a big deal at my school. It's like, yo,
Granny's a rapper.
He's exactly. Oh, it was cool. like who is this kid making this music? And you know, some people still show me love. They were like, yo, this stuff's so cool. And like you would even have some freaking parents who would like low-key sneak diss during like fucking meetings and stuff like that. Oh, we have like a rapper in the building. And my mom
rapper over there.
Exactly. And shout out to my mom.
Pop star.
Exactly. Because my mom, she stood 10 toes. She didn't give a fuck. She was like, yeah, he is. She would play my music for her classes, all that stuff. And she stood 10 for that. And I remember that shit just kind of low-key getting under me. And I'd be like, damn, bro, why did I say this? But fucking never once I think quit. Right? Fuck this, quit, do this way. Right? I like always knew like, yo, I'm fucking gonna push through this. And like, yeah, so I was kind of getting a clown here and there. And then I went from that to, I'll just fast forward to my senior year. I finally fucking hit a like actual good record. You know what I mean? And like fucking before that, I had a volleyball team. They had my song in their little warm up stuff.
I see that shit
and I was,
right there get you hyped.
Yeah, exactly. And so like I had, yeah.
I'm talking about college girls, not the high school girl. Right now I'm grown.
There you go. I'm
grown.
I had like a little bit of buzz. So I was kind of buzzing like a little bit. And then I drop a song that actually does well in my senior year. And I had slowed down. I was like, okay, I don't need to keep dropping all these songs. I probably had 15 songs out maybe. And I wasn't focusing as much on the quality anymore. And I've always been like, okay, I want to make sure that I'm getting better. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I have to make sure that I'm getting better each song. And so I finally ran into one. And I was like, yo, this is cool. And then it was like all those dudes who were like talking shit about me, all were like, yo, Jenks, this one's actually good. Like, I actually fuck with this one. And so that's what kind of made me like say, oh shit, like I can do this. I can do this. It was like another kind of like step up in my stair climb, you know what I mean? And so I was like, okay, bet. And so that happens. And then I get to college, and in my freshman year of college, I was like a bullpen catcher for the baseball team, right?
Damn.
I was a bullpen catcher.
Kind of full circle.
I'm fucking cleaning laundry, right?
Damn,
I'm fucking catching a ton of bullpens, right? It is shitty, but I loved it. You know what I mean? It was just like a grind. I was sad in my first year. I hated college. I was like, yo, this shit's weird, right? And yeah, and I was going back and forth with like a bunch of bullshit. And so I wasn't loving college like at first, right? But never once did I doubt the fact that it was like, I need to stay in college. Like, I gotta be here because because there's so many fans in college. I'm like, there's so many heads that I can turn here, right? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what I always knew. I would cap and be like, I'm gonna drop out, I'm gonna do this, blah blah. But like, I always knew in the back of my head, I'm like, I can figure this out. And so my freshman year, I'm fucking bullpen catching, and then that actually starts to turn around once the season starts, because I get some freaking recognition because I'm on the team. You know what I mean? So I'm getting like a few girls here and there from that being like on the team.
You get a rotation.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I got some songs coming out, and they're like, yo, this shit's actually good, whatever, blah, blah. And it's funny because Quinn NFN's manager, Austin Martin, he had like, so like I was in the talks with him, and I was talking to Birdhouse, and like he really kind of locked in with me, and he was like, yo, let's just make this little EP and you can send it to Austin, and then we can get it rolling. And I'm like, okay, bet. And so I make the like EP, terrible EP, right? Horrible EP. And I'll say it myself. It was fucking terrible.
I love it. I love honesty. That's why I laugh.
I'm so honest with myself, and that's also because of my system that I have, which I'll get into to that later. But yeah, absolutely terrible EP. And Austin's like, yeah, you know, you like could be something. Like, I see like a potential there. And I was like, okay. And at the time I'm thinking like, yo, fuck this nigga Austin, blah, blah, blah. But I'm glad he did. Dude, it's like, it's so crazy because it all ends up figuring itself out. It's like I needed him to say, yo, you're not where you need to be, so I could get to where I am right now. You know what I mean? And now I feel like I've actually found my sound. So the Austin Martin shit happens, whatever, cool. And then I dropped this fucking next song. It's called Wipe Me Down. And I started putting it on this new app, TikTok. And I didn't realize how fucking powerful TikTok was. And the song gets like 50,000 streams through TikTok. And I had this boy of mine who's like a big fucking TikTok, I guess, guy or whatever. And he was like in touch with all the big TikTokers, and like they were posting some other shit. And I was like, yo, this app's crazy as fuck. And so that happens. And then the COVID hits, right? I was supposed to be opening up for Jack Harlow right when he dropped the What's Poppin'. And that was going to be like in like March or like April. That? Through this TikTok guy, bro. Through my boy from high school who I was in freaking a band with like in middle school. And he's always fucked with my stuff. And so through him, I was going to open up for Jack Harlow. And this was like this was as he just dropped the What's Poppin'. And I was like, yo, that would be crazy. Right?
Insane.
And then the COVID hits. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm like, but I'm telling you, everything lines up perfectly. I was like a completely different person before COVID, right? I was half-assing the rap shit, but I didn't even realize it. You know what I mean? Because I was getting kind of like a recognition and like stuff like that. But like in like a creative aspect, I was not in my bag enough. I was still going through the motions, but I felt like I was on. And so in the COVID, you know, like everybody's down bad. And I'm like, yo, I'm not going to use this to be down bad. Like I'm going to actually fucking get nice at like something. And so that's when I was well overweight. I was like a 215. Like I should not have been that big.
You say overweight? That's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
You say I'm overweight.
Well, like for me,
that
for
just
me,
shows
for
a
me,
runner.
for
No,
me,
yeah,
though.
that's big.
And so I was like, yo, like I look like shit. I don't feel the best. I don't know. I just didn't like who I was as a person. I was like, I would have thought so much higher of myself when I was a freshman, like in high school. Sorry.
No, you good.
I would have thought so much higher of myself when I was a freshman, what I thought that I was going to be when I was like a sophomore in college. And I was like, I got to prove that guy right. You know what I mean? So I was like, I can't sit here and just fucking bullshit. So me and some of my boys, you know, it was obviously a COVID time, so there was nothing to do. So we just started grinding. We just started just fucking making up these stupid ass workouts, these freaking bizarre ass workouts, and just killing ourselves on the track every day just for the fuck of it, because we couldn't go anywhere and there was nothing else to do. So we would just go, bro. We would play Xbox till like 4 a.m. and then we would wake up at like 1. And then
it was depressing.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was depressing.
And it was, yeah, exactly. And then we would literally go from like 1 to like 3, just absolutely bodying ourselves. Like I'm talking on some Forrest Gump shit, just running our asses off. And so that kind of got me like a base. And then in my junior year right now, or my sophomore year, that's when I started kind of actually finding my sound like a little bit, you know. But I was still very like high auto-tuning. You know what I mean? I was still using the crutch. I was still kind of going through the motions, but I was finding myself. You know what I mean? I was actually figuring out how to like struggle and how to like get out of the ruts that I was getting in the music stuff. And yeah, so I started just falling in love with the journey. You know, and it's super frustrating, stuff like that too. But it's like you just gotta fall in love with it. And so my sophomore year, yeah, it was awesome. COVID was like over-ish, but it was still going on. But it was like everything was kind of
learning how to work through that,
opening back up. And so I'm playing rugby, right? And so I'm doing that. Just I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, I just want to keep playing a sport. You know, I was like, fuck it. And so I'm making music, and it's okay. Like it's not bad music, but I've done better.
It's not Pilot.
Exactly. No, it's not Pilot. That's the stamp on that. It's not Pilot. And it was decent. I was still getting like some love, and I just couldn't understand why. And this is one of the hardest parts too, is that like I was getting love from people, and they were like, "Bro, this shit's fire. This shit's next," and it just wasn't working. I was like, why are they saying my shit's fire? But then like a month later, I'm not fucking selling out tours. You know what I mean? And that was one of the ones where I was like, yo, what's lacking? And so I'll get into that later. But yeah, so like through my sophomore year, shit happened. It's cool, awesome. And I'm trying to think about where I want to go with the timeline. So yeah, sophomore year is cool.
Real quick,
go ahead.
You got two there. I know he's got something. You walked on, and you walked on to do track.
While we're on Austin Martin real quick, because I know Austin Martin has these crazy packages. Like right now, he's promoting one for $10,000 where he'll get you.
Nah, it wasn't nothing like that.
Okay, I was just making sure he didn't get you at least for 5 or something.
Absolutely not. And that's the thing. Thankfully, I had some great parents who taught me the value of $1, and I absolutely not ever gonna buy a dream.
Yeah. Okay. Also,
never gonna buy a dream. Never gonna buy a dream. And so sophomore year happens. Cool.
But hold up. I meet. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry to cut you off.
You're
I
good.
just want to get because you walked on to do track.
Yes, exactly.
And now you're doing track.
Exactly.
So that's big.
I'm gonna tell you this story.
All right, bet. Because that's a dope thing to do too.
No, yes. And so my sophomore year, which is last year, about halfway through it, I meet this girl, right? And she's my girlfriend now.
I see that. Yeah, beautiful relationship.
Yes, absolutely. I love her.
No disrespect, beautiful woman.
Absolutely. And she was just something. I was like, who is this girl? And she runs track like at Texas at the time. And so I'm like,
you're like, yeah.
And so at first I'm like, yeah, she runs track, cool. But it was something so like inspiring to me. Like, she's a winner. You know what I mean? She's a winner in the aspects of her life. She wanted to run track when she was a kid. She wanted to do that, and she did it. And I was like, I can learn from her. You know what I mean? And we have a great fucking vibe. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't trade her for anything. And she just kind of would always say like, yo, bro, you're just not going hard enough. She's like, you could be doing this. You could change up your fits, your stuff like that. She's like, this is what works. And for like the longest time, I would kind of be like, fuck it, whatever.
You gotta listen to
this, that, whatever. Bro. Oh, and it's just crazy, like how much I've changed. And it's like weird. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna say like, oh, she's the only reason I've like ever changed.
Of course.
But how much I've changed through just like being around people that are winners and like just kind of feeding off of them. And like, success leaves clues. That's the greatest ever fucking quote. Success leaves a ton of clues. And she just kind of showed me that like I could be going harder. You know what I mean? And so she was obviously running track, stuff like that. And then I joined the running club in my junior year here at Texas State, and that was like in September. And so I was doing that, and then the track coach came out because he was like a new coach, and he was like, yo, whoever wants to try out for track, come on. And of course, my girl, she was like, you better go fucking do it. She was like, just absolutely lit a fire under me. It was like, go do it. And I was like, yo, like, I'm still like 200 pounds, just about. I mean, I was in like a lot of better shape, but I was like, I don't know.
Not runner like.
I wasn't how I am now. I was like, I don't know. And she's like, do it. And so I did it. So I like I think it was like a week later. He's like, yup, 5 a.m. So 5 a.m. every day for the next 3 weeks. 5 a.m. That was my tryout. 5 a.m. for the next 3 weeks. And I would wake up, and they had me running distance. I was running with the distance guys because that was the only opening. So I'm going from being this fucking rugby player who's like halfway like an athlete, kind of, yeah, whatever, to I'm running with these fucking Kenyans, right? Every fucking
Oh my God.
Wow. I can't even imagine them running just with regular people.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sitting there with these fucking Kenyans, and they're just, and obviously not all of them are Kenyan, but like, shout out to my boys now. All of them are like homies now. But dude, I was like, holy fuck. But not one moment did I doubt myself, because I had gotten my mind to that point where it was like, okay, I can do this. And so like, that happens. And then I make the team, right? Obviously, like after the freaking 3 weeks, the coach was like, yeah, like I like this. And he was like, I think we're going to go forward with this. And so I made the team. I was like, oh shit, like I'm on the team. Like I'm official. I was lit. And I was like, but like, it's funny because I thought that I was only going to want to make the team. And then it's just like that drive just takes you the further away. And it's like, okay, now I'm the walk-on who wants to go fucking open some doors. You know what I mean? Now I want to go work for some money now. So it's, yeah. And so shout out to my girl. She like helped me out with that. No, shouts out to her. And then that's where I'm saying is that it took me to the music side too, because all before this summer, or like I didn't make the songs for the pilot EP. I didn't make those songs until I'd say October or so, right? I was still making the super like high auto-tune shit. Exactly. And so I started running this track. And also the track helps my mind. It helps me keep leveling up, like in my mind, you know what I mean? Because it's hard as fuck. Like, I'm not gonna cap. Every practice is hard as shit. Today we hit 8 200s, and that's just some casual shit. Damn. That's like a chill day. Like last week on like a Monday we did like 3 1200s and like 4 400s.
Oh my god!
All in a sitting, but that's cool though.
Air 12.
You know what I mean?
Like, wow.
And the only way to get through that is to be sharp up here. That's the only way to get through that is just to be mentally sharp. And so that's why I absolutely love track, and I think it's been one of the greatest things for me. And also, it was like a win for me to make the team. It was a small win. I'm in love with the small wins. You know what I mean?
That was a huge win, in my opinion, especially doing a walk-on. Nobody just getting a track. I know. Yeah, it was. You got to give yourself more respect.
No, yeah, I give myself respect for it. But it was like a win for me, and it was something where I'm like, okay, I went hard and I succeeded, so I can find wins out there. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that happened, and then my girl was like, bro, all this music, I went through the craziest writer's block of my entire life over this past summer. Crazy as fuck. It was literally 3 months. I couldn't put some hot shit out. Like, I just couldn't. And I was just like in awe with my music career. I was like, yo, like I know this is what I want, but like I don't know what the fuck to do. Because I was like, I'm tired of putting out the same shit. You know what I mean? I'm like tired of putting out the high auto-tune, all that stuff. Like, it's cool, but it's not gonna open the door for me. It's not gonna break down the wall. And I knew that. And it was kind of scary, but I was like, fuck it anyway. And so my girl's like, yo, you should just start singing. She's like, start singing. She was like, get away from the auto-tune. She's like, you have a decent enough voice. She was like, your voice is not bad. You can make something happen with it.
See what MGK is doing.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, get away from it. Go. And she's like, just say fuck it. And she showed me that I had nothing to lose, because I got kind of sad when I turned 20. I was like, yo, bro, like I haven't made it. And I started this shit when I was 17.
That's crazy.
Exactly. But then I was like, yo, why the fuck? Like, bro, you're still young as fuck. So I was like, let's just keep moving. And that's the thing. Throughout all of it, regardless of like fucking whatever, I never stopped keeping it moving. Like, I never stopped keeping it going, because I've just always put my head down. And I feel like that's the hardest part sometimes, is just, that's how you succeed, is like sometimes you just have to put your head down when you don't know where you're going. You know what I mean? Sometimes you like have to not be able to necessarily see exactly what the goal is, or like exactly where you're gonna end up, but just put your head down. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that's how I started going. And then I went to this freaking guy, Sam. Shout out Sam. He's the best fucking engineer, like in Austin, I think. And so he helped me out so much with that. And I also started saying, bro, chill out with the money and stuff, right? Because I mean, we're like in college, we're broke out here, right? I'm not trapping, I'm not fucking doing this. I can't pay for 8-hour blocks and just fucking sit there the whole time. I just can't do that, right? And so I don't have like a lot of money, but I said, okay, look, let's make a plan. I can make $50 in a week. I can figure out a way that I can have $50 in a week, so I can record for an hour, right? I can write one song. And I was in like a writer's block, dude. I was studying John Mayer, how he got out of his. Like, I was hitting the books.
Doing your research.
I was hitting the books. I was like, how the fuck do you get out of this? And he said that it's by not giving a fuck. He said, go record something, go pay for the studio time, and say, I don't care what the result is, whatever. And so I was like, okay, I need to start taking some of my freaking mental stuff into my writing. You know what I mean? And not caring and just saying, so what, next song. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I can scratch up $50 in a week. So I would do that every single week. I would scratch up $50, right? And I would go to the studio, and I would go with one song. I wouldn't go with 4 different hooks that I could do this, that, whatever, and like freaking create. I would go with one song. And I went there, and then I made a come over on my second week. I made the second song on the pilot EP on my second week. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And then she's like, keep going. She's like, just keep doing it. And then I think week 4, crashing down. And I didn't think anything of crashing down. I was like, oh, it's going to be. And then she's like, yep, there you go. Keep going. Week 5, fine. And it's like, I kept fucking going. I just kept doing it. And I said, fuck all the other sounds that I was doing. And I was like, let's just live here and let's stay here and let's see what happens. And then there was like another piece of me missing, and it was my fits. It was my clothes. I was like, bro, I don't care. That's not me. She's like, well, just make it you then.
You gotta have an image.
You gotta have an image. You do.
Speaking of that, what do you think about the Austin music scene? Real quick, like if you had, I know that's a long ass story.
Yeah. I've been talking for like fucking 3 years.
No, you're good. What do you think of?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, it looked like he was about to turn this thing up. Nope. But what do you think?
Talk, man.
What do you think about the
awesome music scene? I think I can just talk about like my beginning in the scene. I think it's great for artists to like see how the world works with the music stuff early, but I think it's something you just have to get in and like see how the music works, because I'm glad that I got into it and just kind of poked my head around and like saw who was who like early on, because it helped me now to like, I don't care about it. It's not, I'm not saying that in the harsh way.
I know
of,
what
like,
you're saying.
I don't care about the Austin scene. Like, I want us to grow, but it's like, I'm not fazed by not being on a top 40 list. I'm not fazed by not being booked for the Smoke Out or for the whatever the fuck you want to call it, Hip Hop Hall of Fame, all that stuff. And I love those guys over there, but I'm not fazed by it because it's not going to do it for me. And I know that like inside, it's not going to sell my tickets. It's not. Just because Jay Soulja posted doesn't mean that all these girls at my school are going to pull up to the Smoke Out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of my thing. I've already been to those shows and I see who goes, and it's like older people. You know what I mean? I'm not in this game for the older folks. You know what I mean? Exactly. And it's no diss to them. Like, if you love my music, I love you. You're awesome. But you got to understand, I'm in it for those who are coming up and need some new artists, just like I was when I was 16, 17. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's who I'm in it for. So as far as with the Austin scene, I mean, there's some great dudes who I think need to just kind of come out a little bit more. Bo Olympic, I think he's amazing. I think he just needs to just really freaking hunker down and like come out more. And I think that he just needs to, put some more focused efforts in, you know. But I think he's sonically great. Blaze sonically great. One dude that I think could like actually be special if he really focused was Lico Baby. And I know y'all had him on here.
Yeah, you like Lico?
I don't know about like what his sound is right now that he's doing with the high autotune, but like I've already talked to him. Me and him are cool. I think he could be something cool. I think he's got like a cool look and like a really image. Yeah, he has a really good like image, and I think that like he could be really good. Obviously the Birdhouse, like I like them over there.
Yeah, they're doing their thing.
And yeah, I mean, I like the like artists, you know, and also I like the Black Pumas. I like them a lot.
Oh, yeah,
obviously they're popping, but yeah, like I like them a lot. I would love that would
official
be like a
FC,
dream.
you know, promo with them. They're doing their thing with the FC Austin.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, it's so dope because it just fits their lane perfectly. Mm-hmm. And like I actually hit up their keyboard guy. And, like, I think he makes some of their beats, and he, like, followed me back, and we just kind of started chopping it up a little bit. So, hopefully that dude hits me. I'm not going to sit here and cap be like, oh, I'm locked in. No,
oh, no, yeah.
Fuck no.
Hit my guy up, man.
Yeah, facts, bro. Hit me. Man. Like, if you see me, hit me, bro.
That pilot going crazy. Exactly. I like that shit.
No, yeah. So, like, he listened to one of my songs. He was like, yeah, bro, this shit's fire. And then I, like, asked him, like, if they ever do, like, a creative writing sessions or stuff just to try to, like get my foot in, you know. And he hasn't hit me back. So, we're just freaking fingers crossed, hoping for it.
Time.
Oh yeah.
You got the sound. So
what about the female artists out here? You pay attention
the female artists out here. I actually heard one that was kind of fire. Lynn, I heard her at some smoke out like event. It was at the South by Southwest one. Yeah, she's got a few good ones, I thought, and she was very like unapologetically just like herself, which was like dope. But as far as female artists, it's just I really gravitate to the ones who are really fire, you know what I mean? Who are like actually spending the time on the craft. You know what I mean? I can respect you if you haven't found the image yet, because I'm still working on it. You know what I mean? I'm still working on like everything. But it's like if you've really put the time into the craft and your music's there, I can really show you love. But the ones who I can't show love to are the ones who are like
make a mockery out of it, kind of. I know what you're saying.
There's one that I'm just not going to name. That, oh my God.
Say less. I feel you. Yeah. One that you need to stream, though. Go check out that 100K by Ms. Gold. That shit fire as fuck.
Fire for sure.
She's like, her delivery and everything is great.
No, absolutely.
That hoe is fire.
What do you feel about you heard about the South by Southwest slump?
Oh, it was like a slump, or they call it a slump?
They call it a slump because you know, everybody goes hard like up until South by, and really during South by go crazy. Then after South by, it's like, you know, back to regular. What do you feel about that?
I have kind of seen that. I've seen everyone just like stops posting after South by. That's so funny that you call it that though. No,
South by Slump West.
I mean, honestly, my like opinion is that like, yeah, like you can go hard for stuff. Like, what are you going hard for? I saw these dudes, right? And like, I'm gonna name him a Prescription is his name. I don't know.
Yeah, we saw him all over.
Yeah, he had.
He had the little thing. I'm like, bro, you're not doing this in the right place. Why do you want these hood niggas to like blast your shit? They're not gonna, because they're all trying. Like, he's got the best street team, and I'm about to hit him up to try to get that street team going at my college on campus in the middle of the day.
Just the marketing needs to be in a different lane, I think.
Just focus your efforts. It's just focused efforts. A lot of people sometimes, and I'm not saying him, and like a lot of these artists that I see, and I saw it like at South by like a lot, was like a lot of these artists focus their efforts on the wrong thing. Like, you can really put in like a lot of work and you can go as hard as you can, but if you're in the wrong direction, my nigga, like, what are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Like, stop putting shit on 6th Street. No one's gonna take their time to scan your QR code on 6th Street when there's bands blasting. Who the fuck is gonna do that? Nobody.
And when there's like a million QR codes.
When there's exactly.
Everybody's drunk.
Exactly. Everybody's fucked up. And like half of the freaking females are just not trying to be on 6th Street.
They're getting hit up every 10 seconds.
Exactly. They're like, nah, this shit's dangerous.
Hey, girl, in that dress, you looking fine.
Exactly. But it's crazy because if he would have taken the time, or just like all these people, and I didn't see one of them do it, if they would have taken the time to wait because everyone was on spring break, if you take your chance and you spend half the money, I'd even say like a fourth of the money that you spent on your South by stuff, and you said, okay, I'm going to take on like a week at freaking Texas. I'm going to go on every single day and I'm going to promote my music all through the thing. And I'm giving out my fucking game right now. I'm going to go out and I'm going to just like a totally street promo this on the university. Wow. Mm-hmm. You would be so surprised.
Because there's so many people there.
Exactly. I'm on day 4 of the library grind right now. We've just been passing out flyers at like 10 p.m. at the library because everyone's freaking studying with their headphones and they just scan it. They're like, yo, this shit's actually kind of solid. Fuck it.
Catch him at the right time.
You just got to catch him at the right time. Focused efforts.
Prescription said he spent like $11,000
on
all that. Yeah, on that. He put it on his Insta. He said he's on all that.
And shout out to him though, because he showed me love. But I'm just like, yeah, man, I would love to like fucking connect with you and like actually really put some focused efforts on some stuff and like even just promote each other. You know what I mean? We could hit the Texas State campus for about, I'd say like an 11th of your budget that you spent.
Oh yeah, hit the right.
Tell them to put your face on the other side of that.
Yeah, put my face on the other side.
No
cap. Absolutely.
Where can we find you at on IG? I know you go by
at YVNGJENKS.
Yeah, but it's Jenks now.
Yeah, it is Jenks now. I took off the corny shit. Took off the corny shit, but yeah, man, you guys can find me there. YVNGJENKS. We're coming up soon. We're coming up very soon. We're staying on the grind and love with the grind.
I like your movement.
And love the process.
I love the project. You just milked the fuck out of that shit. Yeah. Milk it. Like you said.
I'm milking it, dude.
DSPs though. Speaking of it, where can we find you at on a digital streaming platform?
Everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify. Yeah.
Jenks.
Just JENKS like that. On the whole thing. JENKS. You can find me, everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music.
Go stream that pilot.
Hey, yeah, bro. Go stream pilot. Shout out to you guys. We're going to be selling out shows very soon. 500 people.
Selling out shows and burning motherfuckers on the track.
Yeah. Sure.
Going crazy. Hey, we got you some.
Oh, wow. Pop Awesome Media is really like that.
Too with the, Even though you go by Jenks.
No, still hell yeah. That's fire.
And then we got you.
Shout out Pop Awesome Media.
And the lady. Got her some nice shirts. Not giving out y'all.
But
did you put a small in there? Those are both mediums. We'll get you a small.
The mediums work. The medium works.
No, we got some smalls over there. Oh, for her? Okay, that's cool.
She can wear medium.
Cause I feel you. See,
Yeah, she in shape. She in shape with it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she got nice shirt.
I feel you.
We know she is small. But shit, man, I appreciate you coming through.
Absolutely, bro.
Y'all stream pilot on all the DSPs. Jenks, not Young Jenks. This is Jet. This is Jenks.
What's good?
I'm with Pop Awesome Media, and I'm signing out.
Peace.
Let's get it.